Did USA deserve to win Overwatch World Cup 2019? If you didn't know, the Overwatch World Cup just concluded yesterday and had a lot of people upset. Not because Team USA pulled off a win, but why Team USA pulled off a win. I'm going to discuss everyone's arguments towards it and give my personal opinions on the matter. First thing is that the World Cup was shorter than usual. In the group stages, 4 teams were immediately eliminated and many games were streamed at the same time because of how little time they had. I can agree with this, that each team had a shorter amount of time to practice than usual and only a few short chances to make it farther in the World Cup. However, it's still a tournament bracket, and that's how those types of things work. Not to mention, with Overwatch League ending just a few months ago, the time each team had to prepare and get them to practice was very limited. If a team gets beaten, they probably deserve to lose, and that's just how it goes. Even if they choked or quote-unquote faced a better team than they should have, which I've seen people say before and is completely ridiculous, they still got outplayed and the teams who won the matches got into the higher bracket. The second argument is that the amount of teams. Blizzard was doing a very poor job of planning and helping the teams and management this year. Many teams were not able to practice and participate due to the lack of funding and other small things that were preventable, but out of the team's hands. A lot of people think it wasn't a proper World Cup because of all the teams that weren't able to participate. I will say this can be true, however, there were obviously some extremely good teams in the World Cup already, including the USA. Do I, as a viewer and personal coach, think any of the teams who weren't able to come this year could have beaten the top 3 teams? I definitely don't. So even though not all of the teams were able to participate, I don't think it would have made that big of a difference in the long run. I think the result would have been exactly the same. The third argument is the rosters. There were big complaints from Korean fans that the South Korea team lost because of its roster. Many people, like Slime and J. Jonak, denied joining this year, mostly because they needed a break after Overwatch League, making Team South Korea have to pick their Plan B. However, their Plan B was quite good. The whole roster they had was very mechanically and individually skilled. Watching back the matches, it's clear that all the players on this team were very good, but the team didn't work super well together. Though many people can use this as an excuse for USA winning and South Korea not winning, Team USA had the same issue of people not wanting to participate due to Overwatch League just ending, and both teams had the same amount of time to practice. If South Korea was truly better than USA this year, the management would have either found a roster that fit each other more, or played better as a team. The roster should have just played better as a team. I know just saying that for me is a little bit odd. But obviously, that's just my personal opinion. Honestly, not even going to talk about China. China was really going into this overhyped, and their synergy, much like South Korea, just did not work well together, and they got destroyed by USA. Lastly, why the USA was the best team in the World Cup this year. Obviously, they had some great players. Corey, Sinatra, Super. Even though they knew they were going into this year as the underdogs, they ran a few off-meta comps even in the semifinals against South Korea, the publicly claimed best team of all time. Watching back the matches, Corey absolutely tore down the enemy teams and definitely deserved MVP in my opinion, by the way. The team won because they played together as a whole. They synergized really well together, and 3 of the members on their team, Moth, Sinatra, and Super, were already on a team together to begin with. And the other teams in the World Cup were mixed, even some from contenders in Overwatch League. I think next year the management for each team will have a lot more to consider about what happened this year and plan ahead a little bit more. Since Sinatra, Super, and Moth were already on a team together, the synergy was much better with them, and they played super well together overall. I know Team Korea had a lot of players in the same team. I think that every player had at least one person on the team that was already on their team. However, with the Team USA, they had 3 people who were already on the same team who played in every single match. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the matter. Did you think USA deserved to win, or was it mostly luck because of how the rosters and time management worked out?